It's your boy Buddha Sean Network, Buddha's Network, pardon me. And just reacting to Spider Man's brand new day plot. It's Cosmic Wonder. Watching his reaction to it, honestly, or his synopsis on it. So yeah, if y'all, everybody go subscribe to the Cosmic Wonder. Tell them that Buddha Network sent you. Let's check it out, man. Hey, my boy Peter Parker back at it. Hey, Tom Holland's Peter Parker's back at it. Hey, it's pretty cool, man. Got the new suit. Let's check it out.
Started off with Spider-Man Brand New Day has started off with a bang. No, like literally, they are starting off by shooting some crazy awesome scenes with big, real explosions in them. And I must admit, Sony was pretty smart about how they handled.
Ooh, the swinging. Do y'all see the swinging on here? He's actually swinging in the middle of New York. Like, what? What do y'all check? Hey,
handled everything. They knew that they were going to be shooting in the open at Glasgow in Scotland, so they got ahead of all of the leaks and they straight up just showed us the Spider-Man Brand New Day new suit. And so far, the reception of it has been pretty dang good. From the raised webbing to the symbol on the chest and the back.
One thing I noticed about this little clip right here is the kind of the Avengers Doomsday casting, the casting release when they released the casting, the revealing. It was kind of like this has opening up, and I like that they had Spider-Man had his own solo one because Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be in between the Avengers Doomsday. Well, it actually comes before Avengers Doomsday. But then it's like around the same time I would think, and then Doomsday and Spider-Man's right before Secret Wars. But I like that they revealed Spider-Man's suit, but kind of similar to how they did the Doomsday casting revealing. Yeah, that's pretty cool to me.
Back to the new eye design and the colors, everything about it is pretty dang great, including the script, which has drastically changed over the course of, let's say, about 2 years now. Over the past couple of years, especially around the time Venom: The Last Dance came out, you probably heard a lot about what the supposed plot for Brand New Day was going to be. Well, unfortunately, but also fortunately, you can throw most of that out. Most of what we've heard before has been tossed out by the studios, and we now have a completely new script. However, some of it is still kind of inspired by the old script. And I'm talking more of the Daredevil stuff, not the Null and the Venom symbiote stuff. And the Venom symbiote right now is a pretty hot topic and quite a mystery because Marvel Studios and Sony set it up to be a thing in the MCU. So could that possibly be coming in Spider-Man Brand New Day, or are we going to have to wait a little bit longer to see it? In this video...
Yeah, if you guys see it, I did not like the Venom: The Last Dance. Like, yeah, Tom Hardy's obviously he's an awesome actor, but it was just like the end of it. It was just a little lackluster for me personally. But I guess him being stuck in the MCU for like an hour, he left that little piece of symbiote. It seemed like they retconned it a little bit, but he was in the MCU, so he left that little piece of symbiote in the MCU. So what it's gonna, I imagine maybe at the end of Brand New Day, before maybe they go to Battle World. I don't know how the encouraging thing is gonna work out. Doctor Doom or Spider-Man how he's gonna go to the multiverse. But I imagine they're gonna do a comic book accurate. Because why would you miss out the opportunity to have the black suit Spider-Man, basically? So I don't know what they're gonna do with this multiverse stuff. I'm just yeah.
We'll break down the new plot of Spider-Man Brand New Day, what it was before, and some things that they're kind of keeping and setting up for Avengers.
And another thing you guys didn't know is they had Sony and Marvel's been, battling. Sony wants the multiverse. Allegedly, they want to bring Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in here back. A lot of MCU fans, they wanted just a grounded Spider-Man suit. The Spider-Man story, like, if you are a classic Spider-Man comic book reader, even if you watch the animated series, Spider-Man was in the streets a lot. So you see with the suit, it's pretty damn cool. You ask me, it seems like it's in between the Amazing Spider-Man suit and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It's like he doesn't have the Iron Man. He's not baby Iron Man in this movie. So, and he's on his own. Like, yeah, the Punisher and the Hulk is allegedly going to be in this movie, but they're going to be more of like allies than, than the mentor type of role. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully Daredevil's in it, but I'm going to let Cosmo in the talk.
Doomsday. Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder, everybody. If you want to stay up to date on all things Spider-Man Brand New Day related, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So, very quickly, I'll sum up what the old plot for Spider-Man Brand New Day was going to be. We heard from multiple different insiders that Sony and Marvel Studios wanted very different things from the movie. Originally, Sony wanted the next Spider-Man film to be even bigger than Spider-Man No Way Home, in which we already had the three Spider-Men come together. It was a multiversal film. We had a lot of villains return as well. If you think about it, it was pretty big in scale. So to go even bigger, we heard from...
If you or a loved one were sexually abused at these
Maestro, Punisher.
Multiversal film, we had a lot of villains return as well. If you think about it, it was pretty big in scale. So to go even bigger, we heard from multiple insiders that Sony wanted Null, the symbiote god from Venom: The Last Dance, to be the main villain of...
Oh my God, the Venom was so terrible, man. I hate to even. I'm so traumatized by the Sony universe. Hey, we're Spider-Man. Allegedly, Spider-Man was here. Universe, whatever they call it, man. It was just terrible. They tried to just rush Noel in it, the God of the symbiote story, and then they just pulled him. Oh my gosh. Me personally, I would just love if Sony just released the rights, license the rights to Disney so they can have all the characters, even though Disney's killing me with all this woke stuff. Like, they can have all these characters and still have bad scripts and force stuff down our throat, but that's here and there, man.
Spider-Man 4, now known as Brand New Day. The symbiote clearly survived in The Last Dance, and Tom Hardy's Venom would go back to the main MCU 616 universe like he did in some of those post-credit scenes. From there, it would get pretty crazy. The other Spider-Man would return. Noel would be not just a earthly threat, but a multiversal threat as well, and everybody would have to fight him, and there would be repercussions going into other Multiverse Saga projects and Avengers Doomsday. That's basically what Sony wanted. However, Marvel wanted the film to be more grounded, picking up right where they left off from Spider-Man.
Right. Well, why would you not at the end of No Way Home
with Spider-Man and Peter?
Right. He was literally, everybody forgot him because of Doctor Strange spell. He's not cool with anybody. He's not cool with any Avengers no more. They remember Spider-Man, but nobody remember Peter Parker. Aunt May is dead. Happy is gone. So Happy doesn't remember him either. So they know Spider-Man, but Peter Parker's on his own. He's back in the streets on his own for the first time, studying for a GED.
Being completely alone by himself, no one else to rely on anymore. He would run into Daredevil in Marvel's version, and they would help each other, not so much a mentor, although kind of, but more like a companion, an ally. And considering everything that happened in Daredevil Born Again, everything in New York, it would kind of make sense that Spider-Man would be kind of involved in all of these events and would team up with Daredevil to help the city. Because clearly, right now in New York, in the story of Daredevil Born Again, the city is run by Kingpin, and it's not doing too well. So one could see how Marvel Studios would want to involve Spider-Man in that story in the next Spider-Man film and possibly make Kingpin the villain. Well, fortunately, but maybe also unfortunately, depending on how you view what the old story was supposed to be, we've moved away from this. The studios have come up with a completely new script for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And right now, as far as we're concerned, 4 characters are officially confirmed to be in the film. We, of course, have Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, is confirmed to be in the film as well. The Hollywood Reporter confirmed that Mark Ruffalo is returning for the movie, and Michael Mando seemingly confirmed that he is returning as Scorpion.
Please, Savage Hulk, please do not give us the Hulk as Mark Ruffalo. I'm cool, Professor Hulk, I'm cool.
By his post on Instagram with the caption Sting #Spider-Man while posting a picture of him as Scorpion. On top of that, Daniel RPK stated that some of the villains in Spider-Man Brand New Day are going to be Tombstone, Tarantula, Boomerang, Scorpion, and Ramrod, who's a half cyborg. On top of all of that, the Hollywood Reporter gave us a little bit of a confirmation for a plot synopsis that they have heard. And what they heard is that the Hulk, the Punisher, and Spider-Man are all going to fight each other. It's not going to be a team-up right away with Spider-Man and the Punisher, but they're all going to fight each other before finding out that there is a bigger threat out there, that there is a villain out there. So knowing all of this, we get a pretty good picture for what some of the plot is going to be for Spider-Man Brand New Day. With the villains that have been confirmed and mentioned by insiders, we can tell that this is going to be a pretty grounded movie. As far as we're concerned right now, there's not going to be too many multiversal aspects involved, at least not throughout most of the movie. I do have a theory that at the end we could get a lot of multiversal aspects tying into Avengers Doomsday, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But right now, what most of the movie seems to entail is a few different things for Peter Parker, and a lot is going to be happening at once, so it's going to be a lot for him to juggle, which is kind of a Spider-Man thing, because while Peter Parker is going to have to deal with the Punisher, the Hulk, and all of these other villains, he's also going to have to try to hold down a job to make some money so he can pay rent. You want a grounded street-level movie? That's a part of it. The other thing is he's going to have to deal with kind of grounded villains like Tombstone and basically a mob. It sounds like there's basically going to be a lot of crime happening throughout the events of the film.
Hey, I love it, man. Goddamn ads. I ain't paying for no YouTube to get rid of them ads. Sorry. Straight raw and uncut on Buddha's Network. If you don't like no raw,
a lot of crime happening throughout the events of the film, and Spider-Man, being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, is going to have to deal with
come on.
robbers and mob bosses, and just crime throughout the city. Then on top of that, we have the Hulk situation and the Punisher situation, and at first, those two are going to be two completely different things Spider-Man has to deal with. Because based on what we know so far, the Hulk is going to Hulk out, and he's going to just go super rageful to where he has no control. It's going to be full Hulk, no Bruce Banner. And that's going to trigger the Punisher to step in and try to kill the Hulk. However, Peter Parker knows that it's Bruce Banner, and he's fought with him before in Avengers Endgame. And they were there together at Tony Stark's funeral at the end. So, Peter...
Post your comments what's going to make Hulk go Savage mode. We haven't seen Savage Hulk since Wanda messed with his brain. He fought Iron Man on Age of Ultron. It's pretty cool, man. So, you seen the Hulk in Hulk form, like, in Ragnarok and the beginning of Infinity War, but that wasn't really Savage Hulk, you know what I'm saying? And so it's gonna be cool. Post your comments with what's gonna make Hulk go Savage Hulk again.
Parker, being Peter Parker, is going to want to try and save him, not kill him. So this automatically puts him in conflict with the Punisher. So he's going to have to fight the Punisher. Now, one might think that's a pretty easy match for Spider-Man. However, another thing that we've heard is that the Punisher is going to rely on some tech to fight the Hulk and Spider-Man. And I said this in my last video, but perhaps we could be getting maybe the Iron Punisher, the War Machine Punisher here.
I have that comic book, and John Bernthal is the best Punisher of all time, guys. If you haven't watched The Punisher on the Netflix, please go check it out. And go watch Daredevil Season 2. Hey, thank me later. You're welcome.
Where he possibly uses some Iron Man tech. I know a lot of fans have been looking forward to that, and it honestly makes sense if he's going to go up against the Hulk that he would use that, because he does need some help. So basically, the Punisher goes after the Hulk, but Spider-Man intervenes and tries to get the Punisher to step off. That leads to the two of them fighting. Ultimately, the Punisher and Spider-Man will stop fighting and then team up together to take on the Hulk, not to kill him, but to save him, which ultimately I think they will, at least temporarily. They'll get Bruce Banner to return. Bruce Banner will probably freak out again, much like he did in Thor Ragnarok, stating that if he turns into the Hulk again, he might not be able to come back. But I'm guessing that by the end of the movie, they're going to need the Hulk to defeat the villain, whoever that may be. We've heard a lot of things at this point in time that it could be Mr. Negative, and we have seen the Inner Demon logo on the armored vehicle that the Punisher is driving in the set videos from Spider-Man No Way Home. So Mr. Negative could be in the film, although we just heard from insider Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus that he's not going to be in the film. So that would mean a mystery villain has yet to be revealed, and he is most likely the big bad of this movie. This is interesting because Mr. Negative would make sense for the plot. He could get inside of Bruce's mind and cause him to Hulk out. So we'll have to wait and see on this one. But basically that's how this movie is going to go. Spider-Man, the Hulk, and the Punisher all fighting each other. The Hulk is raging out, basically fighting anyone and everyone that gets in his way, so that's the Punisher and Spider-Man. Spider-Man is fighting the Punisher because he doesn't want him to kill the Hulk / Bruce Banner. Punisher is trying to take down the Hulk because he has been just smashing everything and most likely hurting people, and we know this because there's been a leaked set photo that has the Hulk's face on a wanted sign. So the Hulk is hulking out, not doing good things. And of course the Punisher is going to fight Spider-Man because Spider-Man is trying to stop the Punisher. And that's going to be one heck of an action sequence. We've already seen...
I like that, man. I hope they do the Mr. Negative, honestly. That would make sense Mr. Negative, put the Hulk under my control. That actually be pretty cool. And yeah, like I said, I have the comic book with the Punisher with the Iron Man tech. It makes sense. He was killing people in that comic book. It's cool.
Set videos of them filming practically using real explosions, using stunt doubles, swinging on moving vehicles. It all looks like it's going to be done quite amazingly. Then add a really cool, really strong villain to all of it that the Hulk, Punisher, and Spider-Man have to fight. It's going to make for one heck of a movie. Now, like I mentioned though, there is one aspect that could tie us into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, and the multiverse in general, and that is the Venom symbiote and Sadie Sink's character. If Sadie Sink's character is from another universe, if she really is playing Mayday Parker, the daughter of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, that obviously connects us to the multiverse. And that would obviously be very important moving into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Plus, not to mention the symbiote, Spider-Man probably isn't going to get the symbiote in this movie. It would make sense that he would get the Venom symbiote and be more powerful to be able to fight the Hulk. And that could happen, but what I think is happening here is the Russo brothers are going to take a page from the comics and basically give Spider-Man the Venom symbiote for the first time in Avengers Secret Wars, because that's when he gets it for the first time in the comics. Because at this point in time, it seems pretty clear, based on what we know about the plot for Brand New Day, that the Venom symbiote isn't really going to play much of a role in it, if any role at all. But you would imagine that Marvel Studios wants that to happen at some point in time, and Sony probably definitely wants it to happen. And if we didn't get Venom, Tom Hardy's Venom, in Avengers Secret Wars at some point in time during some big multiversal scene/fight, I'd be pretty shocked actually. So there are some pretty big ties to the multiverse, but I don't think that's all really going to tie into Brand New Day till the very end of the film, if it does tie in at all. So the plot has changed quite a bit, but what we're getting now sounds like it's going to be pretty epic. But you can go ahead and let me know. Do you like the idea of the old plot more than this plot? In the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and
subscribe to Cosmic Wonder, y'all. Hey, man. Hey, look, the movie looks pretty interesting, but hey, man, we have to go see it, man, because Marvel has been on the decline since Endgame, and I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for these characters. I love these characters, man. So we'll see, man. Spider-Man Brand New Day, man, is on the way, man. Hey, it's your boy Buddhist Network, man. 100 subscribers. Let's get it.